say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please help me welcome Mayor Morales as he gives our State of the City.
Well, first of all, I want to thank everyone for coming today. This is an overwhelming response, and I do appreciate all the support today for Rosenberg. On behalf of the City of Rosenberg, we appreciate the Central Fort Bend Chamber Alliance and the Fort Bend Chamber of Commerce for jointly hosting this event today. You know, success, in my opinion, is the work of a team effort. And I want to thank our past City Council, our present City Council, our City Manager Jack Hamlet, our Economic Development Group that is directed by Matt Fielder and Jeff Trinker, and all of the Rosenberg departments and staff that assisted in giving me the honor today to give you Rosenberg's State of the City. Once built out, Rosenberg will develop to one of the largest communities in Fort Bend County. The current city limits is approximately 20 square miles, with an additional 80 square miles in our extraterritorial jurisdiction that eventually will be annexed in the future. Altogether, Rosenberg has the potential to be a city of 100 square miles. The large availability of undeveloped land makes Rosenberg an ideal location for the construction of large industrial facilities. Except for some of the small infill projects and redevelopment, the first large undeveloped tracts of land that when you're leaving Houston along US 59 are in Rosenberg. Rosenberg is also well known and well situated for business as it lies at the intersection of 3 rail lines and a major highway. Furthermore, Rosenberg has direct linkage to the Port of Freeport via Highway 36. These infrastructure resources make Rosenberg an exceptional location for businesses in the manufacturing and distribution industries. Rosenberg's elected officials and staff are well aware of the rapid growth that will occur in Rosenberg. The growth presents a number of challenges and also opportunities for the future. The city recognizes that new residents and businesses will result in the increased demand for city services, as well as additional strain on our infrastructure. The city is preparing for these challenges in a number of ways, some of which include progressive capital improvements plan, as well as approving financially conservative city budgets in order to preserve the city's strong fiscal health. The city does not focus solely on the newly and developed areas of the city. While new residential and retail developments are critical for the health of the city, so too are the established areas in the city, such as the US 98 corridor and Rosenberg's historic downtown. We continue to seek opportunities to keep the older areas viable. One example of such an initiative is the Business Assistance Grant Program that we have along Avenue H. The City of Rosenberg is also committed to supporting high-quality development. The city has a strong partnership with the West Fort Bend Management District, whose mission is to ensure the aesthetic standards exist along Richmond and Rosenberg's primary business corridors. These standards provide businesses with peace of mind and confidence to invest in the Rosenberg community. Additionally, the Rosenberg Development Corporation has a long history of supporting new and expanding businesses in our area. Ensuring public safety is the primary responsibility of elected government officials. The Rosenberg City Council places the utmost importance on maintaining a safe environment for families, business, and recreational activities. The City Council recognizes that without strong and well-funded public safety departments, residential, industrial, commercial, and retail growth is not possible. Due to the exceptional leadership of the past city councils and our chief of police, Robert Gracia, the crime rate in Rosenberg has fallen by approximately 50% since 1999. Even more impressive is that during that same period, the city's population grew by approximately 27%, and calls for service increased by over 80%. The fact that crime has dropped is so significant during a period of growth and increased demand on the police department is a testament to the dedication and professionalism of Rosenberg's law enforcement personnel. Broken down further, Rosenberg has enjoyed significant decreases in almost all categories of criminal activity. Most importantly, the largest decreases in crime have been in the categories associated with violent acts. Maintaining the safety of residents and protecting the integrity of property from fires is also extremely important to the City of Rosenberg. Recently, the city invested in a new ladder pumper combination truck with the latest in technology operation. While Rosenberg does not have any tall buildings, it is the home of several businesses with large footprints. The ladder truck will enable our firefighters to be more effectively and efficient in combating blazes in the middle of large buildings. Substantial growth has occurred in the last several years in the southeastern portion of our city, and that growth is expected to continue in the future. In order to provide reliable and timely fire service to these new areas, the city is building its third new fire station. This new station has also an added benefit for the residents and businesses of improving the city's ISO fire protection rating, which will result in a savings to the property owner's insurance rates. The city recognizes that continued investments must be made in the areas of personnel, technology, equipment, and facilities. This is reflected in the city striving to maintain ideal public safety, staffing levels, improving the dispatch communication system, ensuring that public safety employees have the equipment necessary to conduct their jobs safely and efficiently, along with the construction of new public safety facilities as the need arises. Public safety encompasses more than just police officers and firefighters. It is also critical to the city that our citizens are protected from stray and rabid animals, as well as to protect the animals from abuse. Rosenberg is in the bidding process for a new animal control facility. The proposed facility is designed to cover 3,254 square feet, an increase from the existing current 1,800 square foot facility that is out on Libby Road today. And it will increase the capacity for housing animals by 8 runs and cages. Rosenberg's animal control officers manage an extremely effective adoption program that utilizes a variety of forms of media, including the newspaper, the city website, and also Facebook, to advertise for available animals. Rosenberg has one of the best adopted, Rosenberg's animals have been adopted by individuals throughout the state of Texas and outside the state as well. Possessing adequate infrastructure is critical for the growth of any community. Infrastructure is vital for both residential and business development. While Rosenberg does all it can to maintain and improve its own infrastructure, many of the infrastructure elements in the city are owned or operated by other entities. The city has developed well-established partnerships with outside organizations and individuals, including other government agencies, MUDs, the Rosenberg Development Corporation, the Westport Bend Management District, and business owners and developers. The city is currently managing or partnering with other agencies on a number of infrastructure projects. This includes a number of street widening projects, drainage, water, and wastewater improvements. The previously mentioned public safety initiatives and proposed improvements to the existing public buildings, such as the old City Hall and historic downtown district. In order to accommodate increased traffic volume on the city roads, the City Council has been proactive in approving road widening projects throughout the city. The Bloomie and Baymore road widenings involve the construction of additional lanes as well as turn lanes and medians. The city has partnered with TxDOT to improve capacity on FM 2218. In the future, the city is also planning to widen Airport Road, widen and extend Spalcheck Road, and widen and realign Bryan Road. In addition to the traffic volume, the city is also concerned with traffic safety. Avenue H is the historic commercial corridor through Rosenberg, and it lacks modern access management features such as medians and controlled access of off-street properties. In order to study the potential improvements along Avenue H, the city has partnered with the Westport Bend Management District, who is coordinating an access management study with the Houston-Galveston Area Council. Desired outcomes of this study include enhancements to safety and congestion relief, as well as opportunities to improve the corridor's aesthetics. Groundwater subsidence has been a growing problem for the greater Houston metropolitan area. To combat this problem, the Fort Bend Subsidence District has mandated that Rosenberg reduce groundwater withdrawal 30% by 2016. As the city of Richmond also faces a similar problem, the two cities decided to pool their resources and form a local government corporation in order to address this unfunded mandate. The Richmond-Rosenberg Local Government Corporation will construct a shared surface water conversion plant in order to comply with the terms of the mandate for as small of a cost as possible. Cost savings will be achieved through the elimination of the redundancies that would result in each individual city having its own plant. In addition to the surface water conversion, Rosenberg is also committed to the reuse of existing water resources. These programs include the utilization of reuse water for irrigation at Seaborn Creek Park, as well as the gray water to irrigate athletic fields at B.F. Terry High School. Reuse water is treated wastewater from the treatment plant effluent. Another example of responsible conservation on the part of the city is the implementation of curbside recycling starting August 1, 2012. This will result in lowering the solid waste rates to our residents and creating less space in the landfill. Parks provide recreational activities that greatly enhance the quality of life for our community. The city and the RDC have invested substantially in both the city's neighborhood parks and its regional park. As part of Rosenberg's dedication to maintaining and improving all areas of the city, since 2009, the RDC has made an annual investment of $50,000 a year, allowing for the upgrading of older neighborhood parks. These funds have resulted in drainage improvements, walking trails, footbridges, and covered picnic areas. The city and the RDC have also invested significantly in Rosenberg Seaborn Creek Park, which serves as a regional park for West Fort Bend County. Seaborn Creek Park opened its new sports complex in 2010, complete with brand new baseball and football fields, field lighting, and a concession stand. Due to the high demand of the sports complex for Rosenberg's Little League, Rosenberg's Roughneck football, and baseball tournaments in 2011, the RDC funded a parking lot expansion at the sports complex that nearly doubled its parking lot capacity. In addition to sports, the city and RDC have partnered with the Texas Master Naturalist Coastal Prairie chapter to create a first-class nature park. The nature park includes 4 distinct habitat areas, hiking trails, as well as a 4-acre lake for fishing. The Texas Master Naturalists have engaged in numerous projects in the nature park, including a prairie restoration, construction of a butterfly garden, and the restoration of native habitats that include wildlife through plantings. Finally, Seaborn Creek Park has also served as the site of numerous Eagle Scout projects, which have also resulted in considerable improvements to the park. Despite the economic downturn, Rosenberg's new home market has continued to grow with the addition of new residential subdivisions, both the city limits and our ETJ. Since 2000 census, Rosenberg's population has grown 27%, with additional growth occurring in the ETJ. In 2011 alone, over 400 new homes were built in the city limits and ETJ. While not technically part of the city, residential development in the ETJ still directly impacts the city by providing increased sales tax revenues from ETJ residents shopping and dining in Rosenberg businesses. While most of Rosenberg's residential development has occurred in the form of single-family homes, some multifamily residential development continues in the city and the ETJ. 2 new luxury apartment complexes are in the development near Brazos Town Center, and a new senior living development is under construction in Brazos Town Center at the corner of FM 2218 and Reading Road. Despite feeling some effects of the economic downturn, Rosenberg's economy has remained relatively strong. Rosenberg's unemployment rate topped out at approximately 9% in the summer of 2011, but dropped rapidly following that high point. The unemployment rate has continued a downward trend through today, with the current unemployment rate standing at 5.8%, which is nearly 2.5 points below the national average. Similar to most cities, Rosenberg experienced 2 months of decreased sales tax revenue in comparison to the previous year as a result of the economic downturn. Fortunately, these decreases did not manifest month after month, and the overall sales tax trend ended up being flat during the decreasing significantly overall. Sales tax revenue began to pick up again in 2011, and the revenues for the current budget year show an increase of 8% over the fiscal year of 2010 and 2011. Since 2000, the total taxable assessed value has more than doubled in the last 10 years, and commercial property values have increased threefold. Since 2004, the ad valorem tax base ratio has transitioned from 51% residential to 59% non-residential. This balancing of ad valorem tax base has allowed the city to provide more services with less of an impact on our residential taxpayers. Several new businesses opened in 2012. C Environmental is a brand new company that operates utility systems for municipalities and special districts in the area. High-tech power protection assembles sales and services uninterruptible power supplies for large data centers. Houseman North America assembles and operates cranes for international construction projects, primarily in support of the energy industry. The city and RDC are also in the preliminary stages of starting a partnership with a private developer on the creation of a 180-acre business park at FM 2218 and US 59, creating what I call shovel-ready sites for future business prospects. Several existing businesses also expanded in the previous year. CTEX, a company specializing in chemical blending and packaging, built new warehousing space to accommodate growing demand for their product. Benatini Cabinetry, who builds luxury cabinets, has announced plans to expand their manufacturing operations. Accusalt, a manufacturer of several types of eye drops, relocated into a new, larger facility in order to house their growing needs. Rosenberg's historic downtown remains a vital component for the city. The city and the RDC are working on several projects to improve the viability of downtown Rosenberg as a shopping and entertainment destination. Earlier this year, the RDC partnered with the Imperial Performing Arts to coordinate the preparation and submission of an application for the Cultural District in downtown Rosenberg. IPA brought together a steering committee composed of different organizations associated with downtown Rosenberg. Some of those are the Art League of Fort Bend, Cass Theatrical Company, Downtown Merchants of Rosenberg, Fort Bend County, Fort Bend Hispanic Heritage Forum, Rosenberg Railroad Museum, Imperial Performing Arts, Lamar Consolidated ISD, and the West Fort Bend Management District. The steering committee has submitted the application to the Texas Commission on the Arts, and the city should receive the results sometime in September. The RDC and IPA are partnering to renovate 2 downtown buildings. The first building will be renovated was previously a bookstore and will become an art center, which will be open in September of this year. By the end of 2014, IPA will complete and renovate the Cole Theater, which will allow for more elaborate stage performances. The city is also interested in establishing a presence in the downtown area. The city and RDC have contracted for the commission of a cost and feasibility study related to the renovation of the old City Hall. It will become possibly a visitor center and an office for the Economic Development Department. This project is underway, and the results should be reported back to council in the next several months. Brazos Town Center continues to be a highly desirable location for retailers and restaurants. New restaurants have opened and will open in 2012 include Olive Garden, Panera Bread, Free Birds World Burritos, Carl's Jr., and Tutti Frutti Frozen Yogurt. New retail stores for 2012 include Michael's, Ulta, Spring, and Batteries Plus. The immense popularity of Brazos Town Center has resulted in the development of building out extremely quickly. While there is still room left at Brazos Town Center, it will not be long until it will be at its full capacity. At that time, the city expects additional retail development to occur along the U.S. Highway 59 corridor between Brazos Town Center and Highway 36. While the bulk of the restaurant and retail development has taken place at Brazos Town Center in the last several years, redevelopment also continues along Highway 36 and US 98. A variety of businesses have opened in both of these corridors. You know, people frequently ask what my vision is for Rosenberg's future. It's quite simple. Create jobs, create rooftops, improves the quality of life. I seek to maintain Rosenberg's business-friendly climate. Rosenberg should always be a place companies consider for locating or relocating. A plentiful supply of jobs is the surest way to attract new residents to our city. More jobs means more rooftops. More rooftops means an increase in the tax base. An increase in the tax base allows for the provision of services that further increase the quality of life. These quality of life improvements, in turn, attract new residents and businesses to our area. And as you can see, no single aspect of my vision for Rosenberg is possible without the other two. In closing, I want to thank you again for all coming today. Again, I appreciate your support. Rosenberg appreciates your support. And again, for the opportunity to share with you the exciting developments in the future of Rosenberg. I'm passionate about Rosenberg's limitless possibilities, and I'm extremely proud to represent its residents and its businesses as mayor. With a lot of hard work, I have no doubt that Rosenberg will be, once again, the hub of the Gulf Coast. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.